My name is Жанна Бугибаевна. Welcome to my course. Today we are going to talk about gerund and infinitive. So if you're ready, let's begin. To do, doing, or do. When a sentence has a second verb, you have to decide what form the second verb takes. Is it to do, doing, or do? For example, which one is correct? He has given up to smoke, he has given up smoking, or he has given up smoke. To the untrained ear, they can all sound right. The trained ear knows that smoking is correct. He has given up smoking. Okay, let's begin by looking out the infinitive. Infinitive with to do. The most common form of the infinitive with to, so if you are not sure, use this form. Even if this is not the right choice, your message will still be clear. Some common verbs and expressions followed by to do are want to do, would like to do, need to do, decide to do, can't afford to do, it's time to do, etc. Let's look at gerund now, doing. The gerund is also quite common, but if you're not sure, stick to the infinitive with to. I recommend this because if you use a gerund where you shouldn't, you can confuse your listener about the tense, simple or continuous. Some common verbs and expressions followed by doing are stop doing, enjoy doing, suggest doing, avoid doing, wouldn't mind doing, how about doing, etc. There are some verbs that can be followed by either to do or doing. For example, like, love, prefer, doing, or to do. Start, begin, continue, doing, or to do. Bother, doing, or to do. Note that with the verb remember, the meaning changes. Remember to do, not forget to do. For example, I remembered to book a table means I didn't forget to do it. However, remember doing, having a memory of the action. So, I remember booking a table means I can see myself in my mind doing it. One rule that always holds is that prepositions must be followed by the gerund. For example, after doing, in doing, before doing, etc. However, note that the word to is also a preposition, and there are a few expressions with the preposition to. You must use a gerund after these as well. For example, be used to doing, look forward to doing, committed to doing, etc. Okay, now let's look at the infinitive without to. The least common form is infinitive without to. Use this form after all modal verbs. For example, can do, must do, should do, etc. But note that there are two modal verbs where to is the second part of the verb, not part of the infinitive. These are ought to do, have to do. Use the infinitive without to also after these verbs and expressions. Let someone do. Make someone do. Have someone do. Had better do. Would rather do. Why not do? Note that the verb help can take both forms. Help someone do or to do. So it's time for some exercises. I have chosen 10 verbs and expressions that I have not mentioned in the lesson. See if your ears will tell you which form sounds correct. So choose the correct form of the verb in brackets. Do, to do, or doing. For example, I managed to get in touch with her. The correct form is infinitive with to. I managed to get in touch with her. Okay, let's begin. Number 1. We needn't worry about this. We needn't worry about this. Number 2. I've been advised, contact a lawyer. I've been advised to contact a lawyer. Number 3. He recommended take a different road. He recommended taking a different road. Number 4. Have you thought of move abroad? Have you thought of moving abroad? Number 5. He deserves be treated better. He deserves to be treated better. Number 6. She goes ski twice a year. She goes skiing twice a year. Number 7. They're entitled to receive some compensation. They're entitled to receiving some compensation. Number 8. He failed to impress his boss. He failed to impress his boss. Number 9. Do you fancy go for a walk? Do you fancy going for a walk? Number 10. She got me sign a contract. She got me to sign a contract. So this is the end of the exercises. I hope you learn a lot from this lesson. Good luck. See you next week. Thank you for your attention.